Hello and welcome back to Severance Season 2, Episode 9. I've got it right this time. How many weeks has it been?
You're going to say
Considering
8.
there's only one left, I was
did
hoping
think
you'd get
8,
right this
but
time.
then I remembered, oh wait, no, it's 9. This is the second last episode of Season 2. Very exciting. Lots of things happened in this episode. We definitely had a yes moment in it.
Yeah.
Finally.
Ignore Michael.
And Michael loved it.
Yeah.
Right, Michael?
Someone thought it was a snooze first.
Yeah.
Did you really, Michael?
Yeah, that's why it
Yes,
says choo-choo trains snooze. You don't.
I did
title
think
about-
it was still slow. There was stuff that happened, and it shows. I think it still shows a fair bit of promise for the next one, but it was. Maybe I'm just getting impatient, but I did still find it slow.
Okay. I agree with you. This was a slow episode.
The start of it was.
I didn't
The end
find it
was.
slow.
They kind of linger on lots of scenes.
Yeah, this is more a get ready for the final episode than a let's do some interesting things episode. That's what I felt it was like. It was just like and this happens in other shows as well, where you'll watch a show and it's like it feels like they're just like moving pieces to where they need to be. Like that
you
whole
mean that
last
second
scene.
last episode of Twin Peaks that we watched, Ben, and we're like, oh, this is going to be great. The last episode's going to be really good. And then
Often the
it
second
let us
last
down
ones,
so much.
like tons happen sometimes in second last episodes, and then the last one will kind of close it out. But this is still setting up.
Hopefully, we
almost
won't be
like-
waiting
Season
for that,
1's
Ben.
second last one was kind of setting up for the last episode.
Yeah, because it was like, okay, I'm going to stay back. I'm going to have the waffle party.
This is what
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dylan's going to do the
I
gymnastics.
forget about the waffle party.
Yeah, we only reminded you last week. Last episode.
Yeah, I've really blocked it from my memory. 3 days ago, Ben, is when you reminded me.
There are some things that happened in this episode that I was like, what do they mean? But we'll get to that when we get.
Let's talk about
I had a couple of moments, but I can't remember what they were.
I'm sure we'll come across
Definitely
them.
the very end, yeah.
I'll get into it. And thank you once again to the Severance Wiki on Fandom. You're the best. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe us. Okay. The episode starts with Helena swimming laps in a pool. We see Helen meet with James, who says it's a momentous day. He decides just to watch while she eats. This is weird.
No, but he said, I prefer you eat them raw.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she cut. Do you see the way she like?
Yes,
first,
it's like she's
that's
trying to
the
draw it
thing
out.
behind Michael. She cut it like that, and then she started to cut the whites. Oh, it's just
She
weird.
was eating the yolk first and then ate the whites last. If she even ate them, we never saw her eat them.
That's true.
I just feel like she was trying to draw it out.
It's just very.
They're
weird.
in wedges. Pick it up with your fingers. I mean, I don't eat boiled eggs, so I wouldn't
She
know.
said something to him here, and I can't remember exactly what it was, but
must have been interesting.
no, I just forget exactly what she
I'm
said.
teasing
But
now.
it is relevant to something that happens at the end of this episode.
Oh, yeah.
But I can't.
It
It's not
was.
written here, so I don't actually know.
No.
I don't remember.
I
what
do
it
remember
was.
him saying he'd prefer her eat them raw.
Yeah, I remember
And
that
then-
bit.
and
What
then
else
she
did they
said-
say? Such a great recap, this one.
Oh. It might come to us later.
Yeah, Severance Wiki, you really let us down this episode.
Hey, they've been so strong. I'll see if I can find it while you chat.
Okay, thank you. So we see Helena in the back of a car driving away. Well, she's obviously not driving. I mean, someone else is driving. We cut over to some footage of Milchick, and he reveals a bust.
Sorry. The house that they live in, it does the visual.
It's on a
pullback.
frozen lake. Oh, yes,
and
that's
it's
right. Yes,
behind
And the
the
water
big Severance
thing.
building. Yeah.
yes,
It's behind the water tank.
yeah, and
Yeah.
that's
The
basically the
one that's
Severance
on, like,
building right in front of it. Sorry, the Lumen building right in front of it. Yeah, that was unusual. That was weird, right? Right, Nelly?
Yep, definitely.
Yeah, talk
Although,
about
as someone who's
wanting to live
lived
close to
across
work.
the road from their work before, it's not particularly unusual.
Yeah, no, Nelly, it's weird.
There was also a very oddly shaped house. It kind of looked like
Yeah.
it was hidden.
So much
The way they
glass.
moved out from the frame, it was like no one knew it was there.
Hmm.
So that lake looked like possibly the lake that they were doing their exploration in a few episodes. The Woes Hollow episode. This is a frozen over
Oh, yeah.
lake.
Oh, you reckon they might have done it in their backyard just to keep them
I don't know for sure, but
contained? Oh, I'm pretty sure they would own a lot of land.
yes. Well, we find out this episode. Kier is the municipality or city or state that
We
they're
already knew
in.
that. So
How big is
the
this
town
Kier
was
place?
called Kia.
But we also find out that there are places that they can go that have nothing to do with Kier.
Okay.
But yeah, okay, I'll get to it. Sorry. Milchick reveals a bust of Kier, which he presents to Miss Huang for completing her Wintertide Fellowship. So apparently she did finish it.
Yeah, we've seen this.
Yeah, he congratulates her and says her bed will be moved from her parents' home to the Gunnel Egan Empathy Centre in Svalbard, where she'll work on global reforms. She's kind of disappointed because she thought she'd be there for when they finish the quarter.
Hey, Svalbard. I would want to go to Svalbard.
Maybe it's in this world it's not as appealing. Nelly. do they have polar bears?
I also
That's what I
think
want to know.
Milchick rushed it.
Yeah.
He
I think he's trying to
I
get
think
her
this
out
is a
of
form
was
of
to end so
punishment.
soon.
He's definitely
Yeah,
punishing
definitely.
her.
Well,
Yeah.
honestly, though, with how the episode ended, I thought he might be getting her out of the firing range a bit as well. Before the
No,
poop
he's still furious, but that basically he assumes, we don't know for sure, that it was
That it was
her
her
passing
dumping him in.
information that gave him a negative employee review.
Yeah, it was definitely not to protect her at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe
Well, I didn't get
I
that
was
feeling.
realistic.
No, I didn't either. What about you, Michael?
I just assumed that he was taking satisfaction in it, but I must admit I didn't think about the fact that he might have rushed it. But yeah, you're probably right.
I can't take anything you say seriously, Michael.
With your egg hat.
The eggs are
bit of a
sprouting
dickhead.
to the back of Michael's head. So Mr. Milchick says no, she's not going to stay for the end of the quarter. She'll finish the day and a shuttle will pick her up. He instructs her to put her ring toss game on the table. As the handbook requires, he
Wait.
has her smash it with the
As a
Kier bust
sacrifice.
as a material sacrifice.
Yeah.
Also cruel.
Yes.
But-
and again.
Yeah, and
But
Yeah.
he specifically said that you must like give something up for betterment. or
oh yeah,
something
and
like
he
that.
said he
Yeah.
chose
It was like
her ring toss game
yeah.
as the thing she'd have to destroy.
It gave me like spell vibes where like you can't. It costs something. It's kind
Yeah,
of
why
to
not
be-
the theremin?
to have betterment happy. We could all hope for the theremin.
Yeah.
But I think the ring toss was hers and her entertainment, where the theremin was for other people's entertainment, and she had to learn it. But yeah,
And now we know why we
It's
saw
also
that
what
footage
shows you
of
she
her
was still a
playing the ring
child.
toss. Because
Yeah.
they wanted to show the relevance of it getting destroyed. Because if we hadn't known about it, then
also to receive that kind of fellowship, she'd have to at least been 15, 16. Because that's
Still a
what
child though.
Harmony was. Yeah, still a child.
okay.
But she's probably
we-
been working since she was 8.
Hmm.
We cut over to Gretchen, who is telling Audi Dylan that Asher picked up their kids. We don't know who Asher is.
Can I ask a
Um,
quick question before you keep going? Have we missed a part when it's Helly's Innie memorizing something?
No?
Or has that not happened yet?
I
'Cause-
think that comes a bit
not.
later.
Yeah, it's not
Okay.
happened yet.
Oh no, that comes a lot later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gretchen then confesses to Audi Dylan that she kissed his innie. He's confused and then feels betrayed. He says his innie reminds him of how she says his innie reminds him of how he used to be. Dylan says he's going to go to work to earn a paycheck to feed their children and asks that she not follow him there and use his body to cheat on him. It's true, but
He also threatened to quit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He realizes
I mean-
he has no way to know if that's happening or not, so says maybe he'll quit and end his existence.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of echoes the conversation that Helly kind of had earlier with Mark as well in some ways.
Yeah.
Yep. We see Irving come home and find Bert waiting for
That was a
him.
bit creepy because the dog was sitting in the
The
middle of
dog
the
was
room
sitting there
looking.
waiting.
Yeah, looking at Bob.
Bert.
Sorry. Yes. And that just freaked me out a bit. I'm like,
Who's Bob?
Yeah,
Yep,
I'm
Bob.
very curious who
I
Bob
remember
is.
a Bob.
It's Bert. Yeah. Bob Bert. Bert Nanny.
Bert reads from Irving's notes on Lumen a portion about Bert possibly being a low-level enforcer or goon for Lumen. Bert says they never used words like that. Lumen uses very specific language. He's very sensitive about being called a goon, even though, I mean, based upon what he says, he totally is a goon.
Well, he was
He also comes off a
accessory.
little sinister in
Yes.
this scene. Like you
Yeah.
don't know what's about to happen. It very much feels like Irving is about to be taken off and killed.
Yeah.
What does he mean? He doesn't use. They don't use that. Didn't use that language. Well, he
they-
won't know, will
It's
he?
Lumen.
Yes, because
Oh no,
he was a driver.
because
He
this
used
is his
the plane
Audi, so he's this is referring to things that he did as his Audi.
for Lumen.
Yeah.
Remember, he
There's
says
still
he's
his
a
innie.
driver.
Before his innie existed.
Yeah.
Ah,
Because he's been there for 20 years.
Yeah.
right.
So this was
About that.
pre being
Yes, okay,
severed.
Sure. Yep.
Irving says he knows now that he was wrong and Bert isn't with them, which is not true. He totally is with them. I think he's just scared, to be honest. Because I don't know, if I walked into my home and Christopher Walken was sitting there, I'd be like, oh fuck, I'm about to die.
No way. The real Christopher Walken? No way. I'd be like, oh my God, I cannot believe you're here.
What if it was Bert though? He's such a good actor.
Bert.
He is so
Audi
good.
Bert.
Bert, I'm unsure of. I'm
Seriously, I
after
mean,
finishing the episode, I'm not scared of him.
the menace that he's able to exude doing so little.
Yes.
It's very impressive. It's obviously
Just
the
a
way
look in the
the
eyes,
scene is
really.
shot and everything, but he's just so good.
Yeah.
Bert asks Irving to go for a ride with him. When Irving hesitates, Bert stands and repeats his request. We switch over to Dr. Mauer watching Gemma on a screen. He sees that Cold Harbor is still at 96%. He calls Drummond and asks why it's not moving. Mr. Drummond calls Mr. Milchick and asks why the numbers aren't moving. Mr. Milchick says Mark must just be running late. Mr. Drummond says the final quota was promised today and tells Mr. Milchick to get Mark in. We see Helly
Why
arrive
didn't
at
the
work.
other guy just
Promising.
ring Milchick directly?
Oh, he doesn't.
Why do they have to do
himself, Katie?
the game
to
of
talk
telephone?
lowly?
And who are they promising
Lip.
it to? What, the board, the shareholders?
Egan,
What?
what's his name? James Egan.
James.
He's excited.
Why is a particular date important?
So very good questions.
Progression.
Very, very good
They
questions.
wanna-
Maybe it's just setting goals, but
Yeah, you know, it's what is it?
Businesses have to have
Achievable,
goals, Michael.
short term. What is it? And measurable.
I don't
That's
know,
it.
man.
Yeah. There's
maybe it's something bigger though. Maybe it's they're promised
Global
to
domination.
the government or to
The aliens arrive
board or
once it
to-
finishes.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. I can't wait for the alien episode. I mean, if there really is one, I really can't wait. But
Again, I'll be really upset.
I've got
Ben
no
Stiller
idea.
watching this.
What happens if it turns out it is aliens at the end of the last episode of season 2? Would you come back for 3?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I'd totally
I was
come back.
asking
I want to
like,
see what
How
they
are they
do
going
with
to try
that.
to sell this to me?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'd do. How are they going to make this one work?
Yeah.
I'm unsure, Michael. I'm unsure.
I mean, I would do it for fun, but I would I would not hold back.
I can just hear
I would probably
Shanti
give it a
asking,
couple more episodes and then I'd be like, no, I'm done.
Don't listen to her
Probably.
internet. She'd come back for the whole season. Okay,
I
all right.
I made choices with Twin Peaks I will not make again, Ben. So
Okay, I burned that bridge, eh? So we see Helly arrive at work, but she finds that no one else is there. So also, when she
I had
arrives,
to double check that it was actually Helly and not Helena.
it definitely was Helly because she's
Yeah.
excited. Remember, last thing is she just had sex with Mark, Mark, and
And he had
she's
his
excited
stomach.
to see him. She rushes to see him because she's excited.
And it's the way she walks. There's just something about the way
his
the front of her
shoulders,
body is. It's very like,
Yeah, since you mentioned
and
that.
head first is kind of how she walks
Mhm.
instead of like, I don't know.
you're right.
we see Devon driving Mark somewhere, asking him questions to test him to see if it's his innie or his outie. He thinks this was
Oh,
a
I
mistake.
thought it was just testing to see if he was still alive.
No,
just how he was doing, because he's just a bit bleh in the chair.
Yeah, I just assumed it was testing if he was still kind of alive.
So he thinks this was a mistake, but she thinks his plan was much worse. Mark doesn't think
his complaint was that they told Harmony everything, and she gave them nothing.
Yes, so Mark doesn't think they can trust Miss Coble. They get to the meeting spot, but Miss
But she was right. She talks about the wind whistling around the hole in the back of his head or something.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that was very funny.
Yeah.
I can't hear you over the wind whistling. Mark worries that it's a trap, but Devon says whether it is or not, they need Ms. Coble. Mark gets a call from Mr. Milchick. Devon tells him not to answer. We see back at the severed floor, Helly goes to Mr. Milchick's office and asks where Mark is. She's completely different now because she knows who she is.
Yes.
She's like, you can't fuck with me because I know who I am.
Yeah.
She asks where Mark is because he hasn't come in for 2 days. So we find out now it's been 2 days. Mr. Milchick can't tell her. Helly says Mark had a nosebleed and she's worried he's not okay. Mr. Milchick questions why she cares and says Dylan will act as department chief in his absence. When he dismisses her, calling her Helly R, she asks if she shouldn't be Helly E. He says Helena is his employer while Helly is his subordinate. Helly leaves, and I love the part where she just slams the door shut and he says, leave it open. She's like, I don't give a shit what you think.
That happens to him later as well, right?
Does it? I don't remember that one.
Is it with Miss Huang? Someone else kind of disrespects him, what he's trying to dictate as well later, I think.
Oh, I thought it was just that
bit.
Yeah, I thought it was just that
there was more than one.
Okay.
There is with Dylan and Miss Huang.
Oh, that's right.
Dylan. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yes, I forgot about that. Thank you. We see Gretchen is meeting Dylan's innie and telling him that she told his outie about them and he didn't take it well. Dylan thinks he should be happy for them because he's making Gretchen happy and his outie isn't. Gretchen says she can't see him anymore. Dylan threatened to quit and he might regardless, but maybe he won't if she tells him it's over. Dylan appeals to Gretchen, begging her to stay because he has nothing else in his life. He offers her a ring he made for her out of paper or something like that, but she leaves.
Yeah.
This episode was so sad.
It was, yeah. Did you ever think from season 1 that you would be sympathizing with Dylan?
I freaking love Dylan. I'm always team Dylan. How dare you?
But I would have thought he would have had the resilience, but because this is such a huge kind of thing, he's got this relationship finally kind of thing. It's a connection with somebody and it's going to go away.
Yeah, and he's lost Irving, who was like his best friend.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mark hasn't come in and he's floundering.
We see Dylan back at his desk holding the ring. Helly tells him he should keep it and give it to someone he meets at Lumen. He says it's just optics and design and the goat people. I love that line. The goat people.
There's a lot of goat people.
There was a lot of goat people.
Yes. Helly reminds him that's all they know of. They had kind of
inbred vibes, though. So
yeah, they totally
maybe
did.
Not best to go with goat people.
Yes.
Dylan says Gretchen is his wife, but Helly reminds him she's not his wife. If she loved him, she wouldn't treat him like this, the way all the outies treat them. Dylan says it doesn't matter because they're still stuck with no lives and no families. Helly reminds him that Irving was his family and Irving left him a message. She doesn't know where it leads, but Irving thought it was important, and Lumen convinced Dylan to turn his back on Irving for Gretchen. Dylan reminds Helly it's her fault they're down there. She says that isn't her. Dylan asks, there's a lot of innie outie references here. Dylan asks how they couldn't tell when she was gone if they're so different from their outies. Helly reminds him that Irving knew. Dylan says, Mark didn't, and that's like a subtle dig right there.
Yeah.
Not subtle at all.
Yeah.
It was kind of mean.
That's my form of subtle, Michael.
With a brick. Yeah.
Yeah.
A knife under the ribs.
Yep. We see Ms. Coble arrive at the meeting place where Devon and Mark are meeting them. She asks Mark how he is, and he answers sarcastically. I loved his answer. I don't remember exactly what it was. I just remember he's so good at sarcasm.
Yeah, he really is.
Ms. Coble says they're allies now. Devon asks if she can take them to the birthing cabin so they can talk to Mark's innie. She says, not yet. It's perilous even in the dark. They have to wait until night time. Ms. Coble says they don't even know if Mark has completed the file yet. She assumes he hasn't. Mark asks which file, and she says she's very reluctant to tell him that it's Cold Harbor.
Yeah.
If he's
Which
completed
obviously means nothing to him anyway.
Yeah.
she's just brutal here. If he's completed the file, Gemma's already dead. So, oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, fuck, I hope I
What
haven't.
Gemma was told.
No, it was implied. I
yeah,
think
it was
Gemma
implied.
knows.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
definitely implied. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark threatens Ms. Coble, I have no idea why, saying she better be alive. Like, what's she going to do? She can't do she can't do shit about it.
What do you think it means that she will die, though? Like, I don't imagine they're doing it just because, we're done with you, therefore we're going to kill you. Like, it must be some result.
Maybe they
of
dissect
whatever
their
they're
brain.
doing.
Okay, I've got a theory. It's very, very thin, okay, this theory, so there's not a lot of detail. There is clearly a relationship.
Like a sixth of an egg? Or...
Nah, probably not even that, actually, Michael. Maybe a little tiny scrap of a yolk from one of those sixths.
Okay. Yeah.
So there is clearly a relationship between the numbers, the files that they're doing, and what's happening with Gemma on the testing floor. That's the theory.
What? How many different pieces of her there are, or something?
Yeah.
I don't think the numbers do the numbers for the file. The physical numbers, but she doesn't go into a room until it's complete.
Exactly.
So she can't have anything to do with those squiggly number things because they've already completed.
No,
the
but
file.
there's a relationship between those files and what's happening with her. We don't know what that relationship is yet, but it's so
cool, Ben. Thank you. Thank you for
I told you it was thin. Okay, I was very clear.
I was thinking. So what did he just? What did he just?
I think that this show might be about people at work
and aliens.
Well,
I think so. They wouldn't keep Gemma because her Audi knows what they've been doing to her.
Yeah, and they can't release her back into the world, kind of thing.
Yeah, I think it's purely a.
But also, I do think they want to cut up her brain.
Maybe, yeah, that's gross, but yeah.
I don't want to watch that episode.
Okay, it'll make
me either.
noises.
I don't know what I think. Anyway.
Okay, Mark wants to leave, but Ms. Coble says she's trying to help him. She tells Mark, and this is all really interesting to me now. I mentioned last episode that one of the things that came out of that episode, even though we all said it was a bit slow and felt really dragged out, is it reframes a lot of the stuff that Ms. Coble has been doing and why she's so why she might be obsessed with Mark. But this is again,
Mark, but why?
I don't think it clears it up for Mark. I think it,
with getting credit
not with Mark
for her idea.
So
and being involved in her idea, but
so there's also now that we know that Gemma is on the testing floor, which I'm assuming Ms. Coble knows about.
Definitely.
So
absolutely.
She knows.
He did all the secret things.
Yeah, so I think this is why she is what is the foundation of her obsession with Mark, because of this whole thing with Gemma being on the testing floor and Mark being on the 7th floor. Sorry, I don't know if you could.
Well, they couldn't have gotten Mark.
I'm still not quite sure what you
mean.
They
couldn't have gotten Mark to become severed if Gemma hadn't have died.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
there's definitely a connection there, but why Mark is still the ultimate question.
I agree.
And Ben has a darking bug, if you will.
Yes, she must have seen something out the front door, which for some reason, even though it's pitch black outside, is still open. I do not know why.
It's not pitch black outside,
not pitch black.
Look, you can still see the light under the chinks of my blind.
Yeah, I can. Okay, maybe she can see stuff out there. All right. Anyway,
also, she's a dog.
Ms. Coble tells Mark to call Mr. Milchick and tell him he isn't coming in because he's sick. She says if Mr. Milchick, or she says if Milchick smells chicanery, a word we don't hear it often enough, he'll lock Mark out of the building. So this is very, very smart of her. Mark doesn't want to do it, but Devon says they don't have any choice but to do what she asks. We see Helly go to the break room and retrieve Irving's map. We see Bert driving with Irving and Radar. He tells Irving he never hurt anyone. He just drove people places and didn't ask what happened once they got there. Irving asks, is that what's happening now?
I
But
wouldn't have gotten in the car because I would have thought that's exactly what was going to happen.
Yeah.
Dan was
gonna
just
make
very
him
worried they were
disappear.
going to leave the dog behind.
Yeah.
That's also
I
fair.
was
When the
worried
dog
about
was in the car, I was like, phew.
Phew.
Yeah,
Thank
she was
God.
relieved. Yeah.
Yeah.
but
But technically, Bert is making Irving disappear.
yes, he is just using different methods. Sorry, my
Well,
dog's
yes.
here. She's just
That's
banging her head on the
accurate,
desk at
yeah.
the moment. We see Dylan in Mr. Milchick's office filling out his resignation paperwork. The most weird resignation paperwork I think I've ever seen in my life. That there is paperwork like this is something on its own. So he's doing that while Miss Huang and Mr. Milchick watch. Mr. Milchick says this is disappointing and shows a lack of gratitude. Dylan ignores that and finishes. He hands over his key card, and Mr. Milchick sends him to wait by the elevator. Miss Huang apologizes for not facilitating better. Dylan says it's not her fault. She actually cares. Miss Huang cares.
Hmm.
I also have an issue with this scene.
Okay.
The innies have previously been told they are not allowed to resign. They can request it, and it needs to be approved.
I think that was what it was.
Oh, you think that has happened? Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So I think that's what
Okay.
the form was.
Okay.
And honestly, from everything that's happened previously in this episode, I reckon his outie would say, yeah, no, we're out of here.
Yeah, I agree. So I think his outie is resigned, and this is just the innie part of it. Okay, but how would... I mean, it wouldn't even matter what the innie thought at this stage, because if the outie never comes
No,
back...
I don't think the outie has stopped working. This is Dylan's innie.
Oh, okay.
But
Yes,
I
the
reckon
outie
once-
has to approve him quitting.
That's right. Yes,
Exactly.
that's
So
right.
once his
Before he
outie
can even
gets the
leave.
paperwork, I reckon he would go with it. So yeah.
I've got a
Especially since he
doggy
kissed
with
his
her head
wife.
on my lap right now. Sorry. Having to pat her.
You can do two things then. I believe in
Yeah,
you.
I can. Thank you. Okay, Mark calls Mr. Milchick and says he's worried about his nosebleeds, so they drove to a clinic. Mr. Milchick wants to bring Mark to Lumen for care and says, tell me where you are and I'll send someone to get you. And Mark's just like, okay, look, I was lying. I just needed a day off. I'm like super stressed and stuff with everything that's been happening.
Yeah. He made it believable.
And he says, I just have life stuff. And Mr. Milchick asked, may I ask what it is? And he said, no, you can't ask. Which I thought was like, good.
Well, this is the
It's a
turnaround. This is,
Yeah.
yeah.
This is
He
where he
says-
talks about
Yeah,
work-life
Lumen is all
balance.
about balance. I mean, isn't this balance, like giving me my own life? Mr. Milchick asks for his word that he'll report to work tomorrow. Mark promises he'll be there. I mean, that's all Mr. Milchick
But
can
also,
do.
Mark says that there is life outside of work or something. He says something quite profound to Milchick.
Yeah.
It sounded very much like
The
the
you
you are.
Yeah,
if you
I
want.
knew you
Yeah.
would say that.
It was the
Hey,
first
have you
thing I
finished the
thought
you
of
you are?
when I forgot about it again.
You're a very disappointing person.
I think I have like 10 pages left.
Okay, all right. We switch back to Bert and Irving, and Bert's buying a train ticket for Irving.
But also,
gives it-
sorry, once Milchick finishes that conversation with him, he sits in his chair and has a good think. Do you remember that? As in, he's reflecting on what Mark's just said.
Work-life balance and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Maybe
That
Mark's...
life is not about work. It's
So you think Mark has prompted what happens later?
Potentially,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
It was the straw that broke the camel's back, basically.
So Bert gives the train ticket that he just bought to Irving, telling him the line goes as far as he can go. Bert can't know where he gets off, and Irving can never come back to Kier. Irving doesn't understand. He asks if Lumen won't come after Bert for sparing Irving. Bert says he severed because he liked the idea of being innocent again, part of him. Then the innocent part of him fell in love with Irving. Irving wants to remember that, but Bert says it's probably better that they don't. Irving's never really been loved before, which is a very sad statement.
And it's really quite sweet, this conversation.
Yes. Bert tells him now he has and asks how it feels. Irving doesn't know and asks if Bert doesn't want to know how it feels. Bert says it's not possible and tells Irving to go, and they put their heads together. It is
quite
a bit
touching.
tragic, yeah. But Bert's just saying it's not possible and tells Irving to go. Irving wants to have what he had with Bert. He's ready. He leans in toward Bert, repeating that he's ready. Bert says they can't and pulls back. They shake hands and say goodbye. We switch over and see
Irving also
Dylan.
does a lovely, a nice caress of his face as well. Quite touching. Yeah.
We see Dylan sitting in front of the elevator waiting. We see Miss Huang waiting outside the Lumen building. Irving gets on the train with Radar. Bert sits at the train station. Dylan gets on the elevator. We see a shuttle come and pick up Miss Huang. Dylan waits in the elevator. Bert leaves the station. This is all cutting between these people.
Yeah.
Once it's dark, Michael's falling asleep, even hearing me recount it. Once it's dark, Mark climbs into the back of the truck and Ms. Coble and Devon hide him. The elevator to the testing floor chimes.
This trip for him has to be really good for someone who's just had brain surgery in his.
Oh yeah, in the back of the rattling.
The banging on the back of the ute.
So they show
whistling through the hole in the back of his head.
The elevator to the testing floor chimes, but they don't show why.
Him. Oh, as if someone's.
I didn't notice that.
Going up. Oh, because he's not in it.
He's not. He's not in that one. No, he's in. He's in the other.
The testing floor. I thought that was his one.
No, it was the elevator to the testing floor.
No, but that's
saw the black corridor, and then we saw the ding. Yeah.
Oh.
It was very quick.
Okay.
We see Helly sitting alone in the dark, memorizing the directions on Irving's map, and we see James, her father, Helena's father, come to see her, saying, "She tricked him. He's Helly." As Helly is confused.
Yeah, of course. I love her reaction.
I believe she says, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Understandably.
But also,
I feel James is just slightly deranged. I don't know.
Come on, they're a cult. Of course, they're bloody deranged.
What was it that did that?
But when he said this, I thought, wait, what was that thing that she said to him in the morning? Did you find that, Katie? Or did you forget?
No, that's why I got confused, because the thing I found went straight from that bit to him creeping this scene. So I was like, wait, did this happen right after that?
No,
it didn't say anything. I couldn't find anything about it.
I went to IMDb to try and find a quote or something as well, but it wasn't. But it does say, when Helena Egan has breakfast in front of her father in the intro, she is served an egg to eat with a silver fork. Normally, you don't use actual silverware to eat eggs because a chemical reaction occurs that stains the silver and makes the food taste awful. In this kind of setting, though, it was no doubt an intentional choice, tipping the mood from merely voyeuristic to mildly sadistic.
Yeah, I believe it, because he is a bit sadistic. But yeah, I vaguely recall that she was asking if something was happening or something. I don't remember exactly what it was. And he confirmed that it is. But anyway, that's what I thought this was about. Anyway, we cut away to Ms. Coble driving to Demona birthing retreat with Devon in the passenger seat, pretending to be pregnant, and Mark in the truck bed. When they get there, she uses coded language to get the gate guard to let them through to Cottage 5.
Do you know what?
I think says it's one of James's girls, which was very confusing because his name is James, and then saying James's was very, very much for my brain.
Do you know what? I feel that the coded thing she said is not a Lumen thing. I think that might be a subversive sect or something of people who were
impregnated by James.
Well, no, fighting back kind of thing. I don't know. I just felt it was subversive and not Lumen.
Okay. The next shot we see is Mark's innie activating inside the cabin. Devon is there, assuring him is okay. He tries to leave, but Devon tells him he'll just come right back in if he does.
Yeah.
I'm glad that she skipped that step. She leads him upstairs, and we see Ms. Coble waiting. Devon asks if Mark remembers the last thing he said to her.
You just clearly missed something, Ben. Miss Cobell waiting. My goodness, the setup they have of that room.
Yeah,
there's a fire behind her.
Yes, lit from
this
behind.
is it. It's very strange. The two chairs sitting in front of a fire.
It's very ominous.
It made me think of Dark, to be honest.
Well, actually, if you look at the room, I don't know if you noticed that it's completely mirrored. Down the middle.
It's not welcoming. So Devon saying she wants to see you, it's like everything's going to be okay. If I had walked into that room, I would have been like, get me out of here.
Audience, the cattail was not part of the room.
No. Similar colour palette too as Adam's room or whatever with that blue.
Oh yeah.
Because in that whole colour theory thing, they were talking about blue being kind of truth and where it showed up and stuff. So
So maybe they got a good deal on blue tiles. I don't know.
That's painted timber floor.
Oh, is it? Oh, there you go. Okay. So Devon asks if Mark remembers the last thing he said to her about someone being alive. And he says, yes. But that's the end of the episode. But this whole part felt like, we need a little bit more time in this episode. They really dragged this last part out. I'm just like, I mean,
Devon also said, do you remember the last thing you said to me? And he said, yes, she's alive. And then we cut to Miss Cobell, whose face looks like it was a surprise to hear that. And like, it just felt really strange, the look on her face.
Oh, I don't remember her face.
I can't describe her face.
Well,
but
Patricia Arquette is a brilliant actress, just FYI.
Yeah, there was just something about it that I couldn't put my finger on. And I was like, well, I hate Ben and I want to watch the next episode.
I didn't get that. Yeah, okay.
Well, Katie, I've got good news for you.
Surprised. We're done?
We can watch the final episode because that's it.
Is your mum home, Katie?
Yeah.
Oh,
whether he has to watch it now or not.
So what happened this episode?
We missed the whole Mr. Drummond bit. You missed Milchick.
Oh,
they skipped over that shit. They didn't mention it. Yes.
That's the best part of the whole episode.
It is.
And this actually happens towards the earlier part of the episode.
I can't even remember what happened. I'm being quite honest.
It all happened before Mark called Mr. Milchick to say, I'm not coming in today. So there was one point where he's upstairs in the offices and he's on a balcony, a balcony or something, and he's talking with Mr. Drummond. Mr. Drummond is just berating him, basically, saying, you failed, this is all your fault.
There was a picture from it.
And then he says, apologize.
Oh, because he used a long word thing.
Yeah, and he says, use less words.
Right.
And then he says, apologize again. And what he says, devour something or other.
Feculence.
Yeah, devour feculence. And then he just says, and for those, I can't remember exactly how he says it, but he basically says, for the stupid people who can't understand that means eat shit.
Yeah. It was fantastic.
Saying it's not his fault because he works on the 7th floor. It's not.
Yeah.
It's their.
Yeah, I'm responsible for what happens while they're on the 7th floor.
Not the Audis. Yeah.
Yep. And I loved this. And I remember when he says it,
the way
he's like,
what
did you say? Yeah. He's actually a really big guy and quite intimidating. But no, Mr. Milchick just stood his ground. I was like, yes. That was so good.
I'm
glad you enjoyed it.
The way Drummond was trying to get him to apologize as well was very reminiscent of when Milchick was speaking to himself in the mirror.
Yes.
And trying to make it shorter.
Grow. Yeah. And also,
it was like he was trying to train out of
all the punishment stuff. All feels like that.
Where do you think he grew up, Milchick?
Where do you think
he was a Wintertide Fellowship person?
Was he?
Where he grew up? Was he from somewhere totally different? Oh,
must have been.
Yeah.
Well, he can't. I don't know.
But we still don't know for sure if this show takes place in what we know as the real world,
or it's 70s.
Yeah, because they're doing a very good job of like keeping a disconnect between everything.
One of the
happening.
genre listings for it is dystopian sci-fi.
Michael's given up.
Different. No. I think it's just I think it's just supposed to be different. It's just like a very similar
aesthetic.
world, slightly different time, and I don't think it's some mystery to solve.
Okay, so we've got one more episode to go, guys. Predictions. Let's hear them. Go, Katie.
Oh, I don't have any. What do you mean?
Yeah.
What do you think's going to happen?
Well, they're going to Miss Cobell.
Well, they're going to find out
talk
from
to Mark and tell him about tell him what they've been trying to do, so he'll know what to do. Haley's got the map to get in.
They are that he hasn't completed Cold Harbor as well.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah. And then Kelly's going to go to the testing room, which is going to be weird, or her and Mark will. But once Helly gets down there, she's going to be like, Helena, and she's going to be like, what the fuck am I doing down here? And turn back around and go back in the elevator.
Or is she?
It's going to be very... That's true, actually.
What do we think James feels tricked about, though?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
That bit was confusing.
I didn't know what it was. I assumed you guys knew, and I just wasn't following because I was getting drowsy again.
I think it's related to what she said at the beginning of the episode. But even then, what she said, I was like, I'm not sure what she means by that.
Or did he not know she was her innie was back on the 7th floor, and he thought it was still her Audi?
Yeah, probably.
No, I reckon he didn't know that it was Helena that was down there and not Helly.
But it isn't Helly down there, it's Helena.
No,
it's not Helena down there. Oh my God, I'm so confused.
Yeah. But I reckon he thought it was Helly all the time. But remember, Helena went down there for a section of time. Remember? I reckon he doesn't know about that, maybe. I don't know.
I thought
he wanted Helly to go back.
He wasn't to know about her almost being drowned, but that's why he mentions they're dealing with Irving. So,
but maybe just not tricked it. I don't. Yeah, we'll see. Or maybe he's just deranged.
Okay,
and he's got something in his head that doesn't exist really, but it's all twisted in his brain.
So, Michael, what do you think is going to happen with Ms. Cobell and Mark's innie?
I don't know.
You got
what
any
are they
theories?
doing? They're going in just to see.
Well, to talk to Mark and get information, and then I'd say they want to.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be an information sharing session. That's all I think it is going to be.
But Mark's just going to talk to Harmony and.
They're going to make sure that any Mark knows all the stuff from Audi Mark about Gemma and how to then get down to that.
They're going to be on the same page once he's down there.
So then he's going to go to work.
Any Mark is going to know to take him to the lift. They're going to go down the lift, and Audi Mark is going to know what to do because they're working together, not separately, and just appearing places and not sharing information. I don't know what they're going to do from there, though, because how are they going to get Gemma out?
Yeah.
Is there any work done on the file at all?
Down.
Oh, yeah. Is he going to work on the Cold Harbor file? Yeah, that's a good question.
I reckon he's going to pretend.
Yeah. So could he sabotage it?
Well,
what happens if they do? What happens if they put something in the wrong bucket? Do we know?
I don't know. I don't think it'll let them fence it off otherwise. Because they can't fence the numbers if they aren't the right numbers.
Well, they don't get a choice of where to put it.
I reckon he'll start it just to give a sense of, we're here, we're doing this kind of thing, and then he'll skive off and go investigate downstairs. But that's the other thing, though. How do they not immediately know that they're not working at it? Because those people downstairs are watching them watch the screen.
I think that when he arrives at work,
number one priority and stuff.
Yeah, when he arrives at work, he's going to be like escorted to his computer, sat down, and be like, "Okay, work." And they're just going to no, there's nothing else matters now. Just do this. And maybe Ms. Cobell will tell him you can't complete that file, and he'll be in a situation where he can't not work on it.
And why is she doing that? Just out of spite?
Definitely out of spite.
Well, yeah.
Why do you think she's spiteful, Michael? I don't understand where that came from.
But is that it?
They tossed her aside
some
after she gave them their biggest invention.
Yeah, and Helena says to her that she over-exaggerates her
importance.
role.
Yeah, I think. Are we assuming Helena doesn't know that she created it?
I agree. I think Helena
right.
still doesn't know.
Yeah, I don't think she did.
Yeah.
Do we think Gemma ceases to exist? Or do they save her? I guess for her to cease to exist.
I think they'll save her. We won't know, yeah, for sure. It'll be the end of the episode.
He'd have to finish the file for that to happen, though, probably, which I don't think is going to happen.
I do have a question about James.
Mm-hmm.
How many children do you think he's had with how many women?
Oh, yeah. If
it is implied, isn't it? This is a thing.
Yeah. So what you reckon, Mark?
Oh, not necessarily.
I never thought
I mean,
of that.
I did say that I thought they were family. I thought they were related.
Oh,
Kelly.
that is so twisted.
Maybe
and Mark, I've said it from the beginning.
Been there because she had one of his, and that's Mark.
What? But she would be severed unless she had it pre-severing.
Wouldn't have to be, but
yeah.
No, but I mean,
it's how he's getting it done without.
Because this location is about like taking severed people there so that they can have the baby and people outside don't have to deal with all the pain.
But maybe it wasn't always that either, because my guess is that would have happened when Harmony won the award thing and she was working with James, because that was definitely where he would use his influence to do that.
Cult leaders do like to have lots of wives and lots of babies.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Do we know anything about their family? I'm just trying to think back to what we know about Devon and Mark and whether they talked about their family.
Yeah, they did.
No,
they did a little bit. Her dad
was similar to Mark and had a bit of a drinking problem.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But that doesn't mean it's his dad.
It doesn't. Yeah, true.
Because I feel like that at Kia they can switch babies and stuff. Because they would have had access to all that kind of stuff.
Oh my God, if they don't, I had put it out of my mind that they could be related, and if you're putting it back in my mind again.
Isn't that too long ago certainly too long ago for the Severance stuff, right?
Not for James and Harmony.
Yeah.
He'd be about the right
age.
It's
too long ago for it to be severed.
Like, wasn't it only...
Not for being severed, but for having...
15 years or something?
Oh, no, because remember Bert's partner says it was more than 20 years, but Bert corrects him. But I feel like it has been longer. Yeah. Oh, there was 12 instead of 20. Okay.
Yeah, I also think so. That was letting people know that Bert had worked at Lumen for 20 years. It wasn't that he had necessarily been severed for 20 years. Was my kind of vibe on it.
Okay.
Interesting.
Well, I guess now we have the opportunity to find out.
What do you think? You didn't tell us what you think.
Oh, I mean, I gave you my theories, but you guys all poo-pooed them.
Your theory that the numbers and what's happening to Gemma is related.
I said it was thin, okay?
Thin? You can't even walk on it then.
Might mean like a subatomic, okay?
So we reckon Irving's out of the picture now because he's on the train.
I don't think he's out of the picture.
No.
Do you reckon he'll be retrieved?
I also think that he's way too good of an actor for them to throw away.
All right, Dylan, do we reckon he's not getting off the severed floor?
He's already left.
Did he go in it and go up?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he got in the elevator.
And so we reckon he's out. He will complete the quitting.
He had to have already completed it for Dylan to be able to leave. Because remember when Helly requested it? It was the night. Right.
Yeah. All right, Mark. We reckon Mark's going to come back to work to try and infiltrate down to the testing floor.
Yes, definitely. But he's going to get basically as soon as he gets onto the severed floor, they're going to be there and say, "Okay, off to your computer. You go sit down, start working."
Yeah.
They're not going to let him do anything.
I reckon maybe he tries to disrupt it.
Yeah, or he says he needs Helly or he needs Dylan. He can't complete without them, kind of thing. So then that brings us to what is James doing to Helly?
That's a good question.
What do you reckon that's happened there? Because I reckon he's unhinged enough to do anything.
He's probably going to make another baby.
Okay.
Right,
and on that note,
do you reckon Milchick?
And then,
what do you reckon Milchick's doing?
Okay, so I think I can't remember if I was discussing it with you, Katie, that I really liked Milchick's turn in this, but I still think he's just too deep. He's not gonna help them.
I think he may. Slightly. I don't think it's going to be a huge thing that he does, but I think he might delay something.
Okay.
I feel like he might delay something or not be as quick, especially because of the work balance thing. He's obviously on call 24/7 to show up.
Do we think that Harmony / Ms. Cobell, or what? We don't even know what her real name is, honestly.
Cobell. Harmony is her real name.
Okay.
Do you reckon there's going to be a showdown between her and James?
Oh, well, I definitely, I think there will be. And I actually think she is definitely against Lumen now. There is no way she's coming back.
Well, unless they offer her
anyway?
The severed floor again.
Well, offer her that and the notoriety for having created the technology instead of.
I don't think they'd ever.
I'm not sure she'd get that.
No, they definitely won't do that.
They absolutely would not do that.
Because it's part of their mythology. They'd be throwing their mythology out the window.
Their creators are so smart and
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't feel like I understand her motivation well enough to pick it. I feel like she could. I feel like under the right circumstances, she'd go back. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there's a chance
what else has she got
from this episode.
What else is she going to do afterwards?
Yeah, she's got nothing else. She doesn't even have
got
a
her
home,
friend.
really.
What's his name?
that guy. Hudson.
Yeah.
The Huffer.
Yeah, the Huffer.
Hudson the Huffer.
Okay.
Huffing
right,
Hudson.
well, guys, I'm going to go and find out exactly what is going to happen.
Me too.
Michael's probably not watching it tonight, but
Mum's here, so we're going to go play games.
Oh, okay. Well, the weird thing as well is, as I was preparing for this episode, I realized that I have 3 episodes that I've not edited and put up on YouTube yet.
What are you
doing?
last
3 episodes.
I'm
still trying to finish. I'm having to recreate the intro and outro for the shitcast at the moment, and I'm nearly finished. I'm very close. But yeah, once I've done that,
I'll presidents.
Wrong priorities. Yeah. But okay.
Well, I recorded that before all of those, so yeah.
Oh, whatever.
All right. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Until next time. The final episode. Bye.
Bye.